Terrance Crawford versus Shawn Porter. A lot of people want to know what's up with Terrance Crawford versus Shawn Porter. It's a good fight to make. Why are we not seeing that fight? It's a lot of back and forth between Terrance Crawford and Shawn Porter. Seems that Kenny Porter is up for the fight, but Shawn Porter is probably not up for the fight due to the fact that him and Terrance Crawford are friends. I've already stated before that their friendship should be tossed to the side. You should be able to go in there with a friend and be able to box them just like you do in training camp when you're sparring. But nevertheless, these guys feel a certain kind of way and they don't want to fight each other. Now, however, Shawn Porter has expressed that he might have to fight a Terrance Bud Crawford, and he is down with that. So the pressure comes on Terrance Crawford to fight a Shawn Porter because he needs a name, and people are saying, why not? Okay, and that's the same thing I say, why not? But it's something real important that we have to look at in this situation. It's not just the fact that getting Terrance Crawford to fight Shawn Porter or getting Shawn Porter to fight Terrance Crawford. We must survey the landscape and must take note of things that we know through repetition, that PBC fighters and how they do things and how things that are done. There will be no Shawn Porter versus Terrance Bud Crawford simply because a fight with Shawn Porter would build up Terrance Bud Crawford, and in case you didn't know, that goes against PBC criteria. Let me give you an example of something. Luis Ortiz was strictly built up in myth to help create a illusion for Deontay Wilder's career. Okay, Luis Ortiz's best wins was Brian Jennings, and yet he was dubbed as somehow the boogeyman and so great, yet he was not tested or he did not have to do anything to gain that title. So therefore, it left the false assumption that this is some kind of a boogeyman. Okay, now that was the boogeyman that so-called separated him for every other heavyweight. Well, when Anthony Joshua tried to make that fight with Luis Ortiz, what was Luis Ortiz do? Luis Ortiz was advised not to take the fight. PBC never lets you get fighters to build your fighters up off of, because their fighters stand on beating these kind of fighters. So this is why Luis Ortiz turned down a record high payday. This is what they do. Anything that can build up somebody else's fighter, they will not let them fight them. You see it over and over and over again. It does not happen. Okay? Just like Anthony Joshua can't get, it's hard for Anthony Joshua to get some of Deontay Wilder's previous fights or previous fighters that he beat. You know, he can't get those fights because they tell them to not fight him. So when you look at Terrance Bud Crawford versus Shawn Porter, if Terrance Bud Crawford beat Shawn Porter, that would help him out, and Shawn Porter would help build his resume up. They don't allow that over there at the PBC. They're going to tell him to sit down or offer him some hush-hush, keep quiet money, just like they did Luis Ortiz and just like they did several other people, that other people outside the PBC, like from the zone and everybody else, when they tried to make fights with their fighter, they turned them down. They're not interested in that. This is why Jamal Charlo turns down $7 million and whatever and whatnot. So when you look at that matchup, you're going to have to look at it at what it really is. They're not going to let Shawn Porter go so he can fight a Terrance Bud Crawford, because that would now get you to access. Well, number one, that will help out his resume, and number two, that'll get you to see or give you some kind of comparison and range of where Errol Spence really is. And like I said, boxing for the most part and PBC is built off of smoke, mirrors, and all kind of illusions, you know, so they're not going to do that. And to another degree, you're going to have to blame Bob Arum. We put a lot on we put a lot on Al Heyman, and Al Heyman does deserve it, but Al Heyman ain't really moving no different from any of these promoters. Bob Arum has to do with a lot of this because Bob Arum lies too damn much. That's his problem. That's all Bob Arum do is lie about stuff. And he's lying about what he thinks he can do for Terrance Crawford. He's lying about Manny Pacquiao and Terrance Crawford getting in contact and stuff like that. Because just like I said before, the PBC don't allow you to fight anybody that their fighters are built up off of. And the reason why I know there is no Manny Pacquiao fight for no Terrance Crawford in the future, because Danny Garcia just came out and said, I'm either fighting Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao. Now, we all know Manny Pacquiao has ducked Terrance Crawford repeatedly. And if he didn't want to fight him when he was younger, he definitely does not want to fight no Terrance Crawford when he's older and he can't recover or nothing like that. So that is not the case. Okay. But if Danny Garcia says he's fighting Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao, that means Bob Arum ain't in no conversation with Manny Pacquiao to fight no Terrance Crawford. He's just trying to keep Terrance Crawford fans pacified and act like he's really doing something. Bob Arum is lying this entire damn time. He's not doing none of this stuff. And one thing's for sure, if they're lining Danny Garcia up for Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao, then that means Manny Pacquiao is nowhere near available or is even an option for somebody like Terrance Bud Crawford. And that's just the facts. So at the end of the day, when we keep talking about people that Terrance Crawford is going to have to fight to build his resume up, they're not going to come off the PBC side. That's why I suggest alternative routes, and that's why I suggest going up in weight. But then again, that's just my opinion. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Van, I'm out.